Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Free Umami. Which episode are we on? Do you know?
Episode 4,
Episode
my
four.
man.
All right. That's all right. We're going steady. I feel like we are pretty. Or we're getting good in the groove, isn't it? I'm pretty happy with the progression of the podcast. But
We're hitting that sweet spot on being either, just being consistent and quitting. I remember you tell. I mean, we said that before in previous episodes that like once you hit like number 7, that's when you like you,
yeah,
you build consistency, and that's when it usually kind of takes off. So we're kind of
when
in
you're
the
for
middle
real,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for today's topic, we're going to talk about Valentine's Day, and all right. Well, Valentine's Day it should release on Valentine's Day, honestly, this episode, but
And it
uh,
should release on Valentine's Day, but we are currently recording this like a few days before Valentine's Day, so
yeah.
hopefully we can make it until the actual Valentine's Day.
Side note, bro. Like the game I'm playing for the background visuals right now is a Gris for people who are wondering. So if you're interested in buying that game, it's pretty epic. And usually on Steam you can buy it for €5. So that's another good thing about it.
Oh, only 5.
Yeah, it's an
Huh.
indie game, but it's like a really like aesthetically beautiful indie game.
Sheesh.
Okay, but on the topic of Valentine's Day, bro, do you have any plans on Valentine's Day itself?
No, man.
Yes,
I've
you
got
do.
no
You
plans
do.
as of. What do you mean? I do.
We're gonna hit the gym on
Oh wait,
Valentine's
yeah.
Day.
Oh yeah, we're gonna hit the gym.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I did. Ah, yeah. Sorry. I was just thinking about. I have to work as well that day, so I was just
Nah,
thinking
but
about work, but
romantically
I forgot
speaking,
about the
yeah.
evening.
Yeah, no. No,
Yeah.
it was a bit of a bait on the romantic aspect, right?
Yeah.
When I was
Oh yeah.
younger,
I mean, yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually
I want to
placed a
get
lot
into
of
it.
value on like confessing on Valentine's Days, but in retrospect, it's like kind of weird, and especially like now that I'm older and I think about like the commodification of things and like the economy really depends on Valentine's Day, I became even less of a fan of it, you know?
I mean, are like I've heard multiple people talk about like like there's like you're like two camps of people when it comes to Valentine's Day. Like one camp of people just like go out, they enjoy it, they have like a fun night, and then you have the other side of people who are just like, no, bro, this is just like all propaganda, man. I don't want to pay. I don't want to. I don't want to pay for this. I don't want to put extra time and money for this.
Uh, I mean, for me, the thing is like I actually have that issue with like well, like I don't think even think Valentine's Day is that bad on that aspect. Well, the only thing I just dislike about Valentine's Day in some sense is like, or what could dislike is sometimes, or like for example, when I was a student, I wanted to go to like eat Thai food or something, and then that place would be stacked as hell because people would take that as a romantic date, eating Thai food, I guess. But like that was the only thing that bothered me about it. The rest, I mean, I feel a bit annoyed at like things like so for, like the singles awareness day joke people always made, right? Like you make omega
Mm.
aware that you're single. But personally, what I usually cringed at was like those uh heart bears. You know, those brown teddy bears with a heart on them or something. They're holding a heart.
Oh, you mean like those
Yeah.
big stuffed like teddy bears
No,
and
no,
stuff?
not even the big ones. The big ones can be at least somewhat fun. But sometimes they just show
Oh.
us like like a small brown bear and it says "I love you." I'm like, bro, that's so generic. Like if you like, it's totally fine to get like a plushie or something as a gift. But I always thought if it was just an "I love you" teddy bear, I thought it was really generic and
Yeah.
not the cool.
Ah, bro, I feel called out, bro. I did
Oh,
that
you did
once.
that? You
I did
did
that.
that?
I
Oh,
did.
sorry, bro.
Well, no, I didn't. No, I didn't do it like that. I did something like I did something a bit more. Um, special isn't the right word, but I did something like else. The thing that I did was that I basically got like a stuffed bear, but there was no heart in it. Anything that was on there was like you had like the stuffed bear, and then like on the bottom, you had like like 2 feet, and then on each of each one on each of its foot, you could like write a name on it, and I wrote like my name and my then girlfriend's name.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I thought
There's
she
nothing
enjoyed
wrong with
it.
it,
That's
right?
all
Like the
that
thing is,
matters.
like
There's nothing wrong
from
with
an
it.
outsider's perspective, sometimes things can be seem a little bit like cringe or cliche-ish, but
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely. Oh, definitely.
it's
Yeah.
just the outside POV, right? Like we don't. I mean, I had that with some. Oh, that's the sort of the love songs stuff on Valentine's Day. That's hilarious. But yeah.
Which one do you have in mind?
Oh no, it's just like I know that some dudes I know at least they used to have like the sad boy playlists then for Valentine's Day. I know
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. I also remember there was like a humongous meme in like because in like this fifth and sixth year of high school, I sat in an IT class, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
we only had dudes and no girls, right? And the dudes were literally
Oh
like
yeah, right.
they were only discussing like guys, like Cornhub, bro. Cornhub's premium is free on Valentine's Day, guys. And I was like,
Oh my
bro,
god.
please. The thing is, I don't
Is it
understand.
really now?
I wonder if the premium is really even that much. Like, does that make it any better? Because I don't know. I don't visit those sites. So
Well, actually, well, I actually don't know what benefits Cornhub gives you. Uh, I actually don't know. I know with like Tinder and stuff, for example, you can like
yeah,
there are some actual like some big benefits, but I actually don't know how it is with those type of things.
dude. Now that you mentioned Tinder, right? Another thing I want to mention is uh, there are some people who make like only for Valentine's Day a Tinder account, if that makes sense, you know?
Oh, really?
So they're just like, yeah, I don't want to be alone on this. Oh, some people, with this I find it kind of endearing, right? But some people for festivals, they're like, I have no one to go to this festival. Will anyone date me for this festival? I'm like, I think that's kind of cute. But like, some people
Yeah.
make a Tinder account for like Valentine's Day. I'm like, I don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh, I think that's
I mean, there
less
is this.
uh,
Yeah. I
genuine.
mean, yeah. I mean, dating apps in general. It's
Yeah, it's not.
it's such a
Yeah.
weird it's such a weird space, bro.
Well, I think like I don't know. This was kind of educational for me, and I mean it makes sense, right? But it's also pretty like I thought it was bad for both bodies, right? But I was kind of educated recently when I talked to a few, well, a few. There's a co-worker of mine who's just been on the swiping grind set,
Right?
uh, and somewhere like she was telling me like, yeah, it's awful. Like she thought it was better for men than for women, and I was like, okay.
Really?
She thought that so, right? So I discussed it with her,
Okay.
and she was just like, yeah, man, like I don't know. I mean, I think both parties kind of lose faith in humanity. But like, I was talking to her, she was like, "Yeah, I lose faith in humanity for talking to these guys, man. They make me depressed as fudge, and like they usually just want sex, or they just say something really dumb and then want sex or something. They're like she just loses faith, and she's like, these are the men that like contributed and quote unquote um, keep society together, or like are part of society at the very least, right? So
I mean,
that for her that was very
that
depressing.
yeah.
But I
I mean, that
understand.
is kind of
Go ahead.
it is kind of true. It is kind of true though. Sort of like like I do have some colleagues that are like they're also like constantly on the like they have like they use like I have like one colleague who uses like three different dating apps at the same time.
Yeah,
She
that's
uses Facebook dating.
Facebook
Like I
dating.
think yeah, Facebook dating is a thing. She uses Facebook dating, Bumble, and then Tinder. And then she just like, and the way she uses it is like, okay, well, if she gets a date on Tinder and that doesn't work out, then okay, then she goes to the next one, and then it becomes this loop, right?
I
Uh,
mean,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, there are some guys who are just I don't know, just hoping for the best, just saying anything that will get someone closer to you, I guess.
What you're, what I'm reading into when I hear like, or like, I thought it was fair and that was pretty educational in that aspect. Like, I mean, I could also understand if people just keep texting you or like for the same boring stuff. Then I guess it's hard. But at the same time, I like this is something I always struggled with to imagine. But personally, I thought to myself like, what is more crushing? I guess just like this stuff or just no matches. Because like that's what. Well, I mean, I've never been on those dating apps, but right. But I preemptively assumed, and I don't think I'm too far off, because if I'm not mistaken, the statistics on Tinder at least is like there are 3 men for every woman. Sorry. So yeah, that's just
So
horrible.
wait,
That's horrible statistics, right? Like,
wait.
and
So for each woman on Tinder, there's like three men that will swipe for her, or how?
yes, but
I don't get the statistic.
that is a statistic. Yeah, for every woman on Tinder, there are 3 men who are
Oh wow,
quote unquote competing for her.
wow.
But that might be America only though. Like that might be biased towards America. I'm not too sure. But I just remember myself, and especially like because of high school, you know, I wasn't.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, I was known as the high school because, but that was just because there weren't that many Asians. But like,
True.
uh,
I feel that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel that.
But like, it's not like I was necessarily like, let's say the high school was a dating app. I don't think that many girls would have. Yeah, sorry, those are bad habits.
That's
Uh,
it's okay.
I don't think there would have been that many girls that actually would have swiped on me, like, and that's not looking for sympathy or something. People, it's just to put in perspective, right? So I can only imagine if you just on an app, you basically get a flat out no, right? Like that's because that's the nice thing about at least if you just talk to people, maybe you don't even become friends, right? Maybe you don't even get quote unquote friend zoned, but like at least you can have in theory a nice social connection or just a bit of talking with someone, right? Might have been awkward as
Hmm.
hell, but I mean, it's at least you have something to work with. It reminds me of like the Vsauce video where Michael is in like a white room for like I think 3 days,
It could be.
and
I haven't watched that
no
much
no, but like
Vsauce
it's
either.
a bit basically like you rather have any form of stimulation than no stimulation, if that makes sense, right? Because then
Yeah,
you're just left with
I
your
know
own
what you.
thoughts, and that's I can only imagine how awful your self image is if you just consistently
I
have to
mean, okay.
mentally think that you get rejected.
I
But
mean, yeah. I mean, so it's kind of funny because like you have no experience of dating apps, whereas I wouldn't say I have a lot of experience of dating apps, but I am on them.
uh-huh.
And let's just say if I just compare myself to like the average woman, like
Yeah.
I just compare myself to like my coworkers, and they're like
Hmm.
constantly on the app, and the amount of like matches and attention they get compared to like me, like me as well, right? I'm not looking for sympathies. I don't take
Hmm.
these. I don't take. I definitely don't take the dating apps like too seriously because I don't think that's a healthy mentality getting into them. Because like you say, if you like put your heart and soul into it, most of the time you're just gonna get you're just gonna get
Yeah.
crushed, man.
Hmm. The thing is,
And
oh, go on, go on,
yeah,
go on, go on.
no, no, like they have like if I look at them, they have like so many more matches compared to me, and and it's not like I don't get matches. Like I get matches from time to time, but then most of the time, like for example, you have like these modern dating apps like Bumble, for example, right?
Uh-huh.
Bumble's like a dating app where you're like if you match with somebody, uh, like the whole concept of Bumble is like okay, let's break the traditional dating app thing, just traditional dating if you match with a girl, then the girl has to be the one that approaches you first,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's happened so many times where I match somebody and they just never say anything, and then
Yeah.
and then there's like a time frame, right? Because like when once you match, uh, the girl has like 24 hours to like say something. And then the conversation can start, and then you don't lose that match anymore, right? But if that 24 hours just like if those 24 hours go by and she didn't say anything to like start a conversation, then she's just gone
So you're
like
basically
that.
like praying in your head that she texts you something sometimes, if I can say it like
Well,
that or frame it
well,
like
I'm
that.
not pray. Well, I'm not praying, but I'm just saying like, hey, like you don't. I mean, I hope. I
Yeah.
mean, I like to think you don't just match randomly, right? Like I hope in my mind that you just don't match because somebody was just born just like swiping left and right just for the for just for the just for the lols, right? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, just kind of funny to me sometimes, like that, like you match, and then there's just there's just no answer sometimes.
I mean, to counteract that, I guess if a girl swipes on 10 guys and all those 10 guys match with her, I guess she's not texting those 10 guys, you know?
Oh no, fair enough.
But yeah,
I mean,
that's rough.
it's like you said, right? Like I think women in general in dating apps have a higher statistic when it comes to matches, and I guess like the average gal, anyways.
Yeah.
Because there's also men who like there's some like really good looking men who have like no trouble whatsoever getting any matches or like.
Hmm. That's the thing I was curious about, like curious about. I remember I wanted to do this when I was younger, at least. I was like, I'd rather talk to like 100 women, or like I wanted to talk to 100 women on the streets or something, right? Or like just any social events, and then swipe on 100 women in Tinder, and then compare that. For example, that was something I wanted to do as a teen. but I never did. Right.
Okay.
But that was something I always wanted to do, just for like quote unquote science or something. But in the end, I never did. Right. So, but yeah, that's something I was. I don't know. Like that's something also like in like future times. I have no idea how we as a society like, because I was younger as well. I was very against dating apps and stuff. But now in retrospect, I'm just like, yeah, people just do whatever they wanted. Or like, if you find love that way, honestly, good for you, right? Um, but I came to the realization, or like, I personally still think or would like the idea of people just trying to meet each other IRL. But it's just not that common, or that's not just not how people want to do it these days anymore. I think at least. And so I just it's kind of like, how do you say it, like a negative circle where less people are gonna try to want to meet IRL, and then so more people go on dating apps, but dating apps are making some people miserable. And I don't know what the end game is to that, right? But yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, um, like it is the like if you I'm not I mean I can't imagine it, right? But like as a statistic, I know that people like I'm not sure, I didn't fact check that statistic, so I might be wrong. But like most people were more comfortable finding their partner online nowadays than physically, whatever you want to, whatever you want to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's something to also consider. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If I feel like the most healthy thing to do for yourself, like I mean, for your own sanity, right? It's just like not to take dating apps so seriously. Just like don't go in with the expectation of, I'll find the one. I'll find the one to settle down with, uh, on Tinder or whatever.
do you think you like finding long-term relationships is almost like 99% impossible on dating apps?
I mean, no. I mean, I've disproven myself on that point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
I had a, I've disproven myself on that point because I did have a long term relationship through the use of, a dating app.
yeah, correct.
So I've disproven myself on that point. So it's an impossible no, but I do think it's rather unlikely.
Okay, because something I think about myself sometimes is just like, if I had to like, I don't know. For me, it's a very big game changer that I'm not in a dating sphere anymore. Because I no joke, something I had that might be like, you maybe wanna like, you can laugh at or something, right? It's like when I never had a relationship or something, I did look at the chance of dating or love very differently than I do now, right? And a
Of course.
good factor about that is me just having dated, right? And so I feel like that actually also helps me out on like, how do I word this? Like, I'm not too. It's not too, like. For example, sometimes when I just met a girl and I assumed or thought she was single, right? I
Mm-hmm.
sometimes thought to myself like, oh, is this a possibility? Could we be a thing or something, right? And now I'm like
Right.
freed of that idea, and I don't know. I feel like that even makes my chat like my ability to make good friendships with women even better on that aspect, right? If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I can understand what you mean. Although I've never really felt you were in a. I mean, I
Um,
don't know if I really have seen you in like a dating area.
Sorry, can you say that sentence again? For me, like the connection didn't. Hello, Sonny. I'm not hearing you right now.
Yeah.
No, Sonny, I didn't hear you for a long bit. Can you say that again?
Yes. What I was basically just saying, I understand what you're saying. Like but I don't know. I feel like in terms of like dating, I guess I mean with in general, I don't think we talk about it that much because I've never really like seen you and I mean like heard you that much in your dating area, like era. I guess you know.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. I had that more in high school, I guess, as well, right? Because in high school, I switched high schools 3 times for the people who were curious.
Oh, really? I didn't
and
know.
that I mean, you meet a lot of new people when you switch schools, of course. And honestly, in retrospect, like it might have been one of like the best things I did in my life because it made me expose. It exposed me to so many different things, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty awesome, right? But it's also just in high schools you meet a lot of people and guys and girls, right? And sometimes I thought to myself, oh, this, me and her maybe, right? That type of stuff. And
Yeah, you do
yeah,
meet a lot of people through high
and I,
school,
and I
actually.
don't know about you, but like that's what's something I had a lot in, oh, a lot, but like I had a good amount in high school. I was like, oh, me and her could be a thing, I guess, or theoretically, right? So
I mean, I've had my fair share of crushes through high school, yeah, so
yeah,
I
no, man,
understand how you feel.
dude, I wish there was some crushes never happened on that aspect, bro. It's so cringe. And then those people
Why?
remember it as well. I'm like, no, bro.
It's just a part of high school in a way,
I don't know,
you
like
know?
like some people that I had a crush on or something, their friends and themselves still remember me that way. I'm like, no, don't remember me that way. I'm so much of a
Oh,
different person now, you know.
yeah, okay, okay, I understand what you
And
mean,
then
but like, I
I'm
mean,
yeah,
does it really matter if you like don't see those people like that much anymore?
no, I don't. No, that's 100% correct, right? But it's just that it's still not something I really like. It's one of those like 5 a.m. Oh my god, cringe reminders, you know?
Yeah. It's like when you look back at like something you posted like 10
Yeah,
years
yeah,
back,
yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
exactly. That's
fuck.
something like that. Yeah.
It's like fuck, bro.
When you look back at your emo
Yeah,
face.
yeah, bro. There are so many things. Well, when I think back about like high school, I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I feel that way, bro?
I mean, on most aspects, I can put it behind me because in the context of like I've grown, I'm not the same person anymore, right? But at the same time, with the fact that the dating is like some people are like it actively affected someone else, I guess, right? And that's not
I
something.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's not something that happens. Or like if it was just me, oh, well, like I mean, you don't just say you have a crush on someone, right? That like affects them as well, right? And that's the thing.
Yeah, I actually got a story for that. In terms of like, you telling somebody you have a crush on them and then just affecting them. I remember myself. It was like in high school, my fifth year high school. I changed class. I changed like a different direction at school. I came into like a new class, new people. I didn't know any of them except for like a few, like except for one or two, but I didn't really know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one girl which I thought was pretty. I was like, I thought I had a crush on them, and then we had like a week of internship, and for some reason I was paired with her throughout the entire week of internship,
Yeah.
and then yeah, it was I don't know. I was like, oh shit, what is the what are the chances?
Mm-hmm.
So and then and then the week goes by, and at the end of the week, I like when I was in high school, especially around girls, and if I was like if I had some feeling of like this could be it, bro.
Yeah.
I got so nervous. I got so
Yeah. Yeah.
nervous. Yeah, bro. Oh man. And now on the final week, uh, like we were just sitting down, because on the last day of our internship we went to this cafe, and then the day was over, but we sat down for a little bit more to just talk a bit, and then at the end I was like so nervous, like I was like in my mind like fuck, bro, like like shit, like come on, how do I say this, like fudge,
Exactly. Yeah. That's so true.
and then I just like asked her like so like at the end I was just like what's the worst thing she can say? The worst thing she can say is no,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and then I asked like, yo, you want to like do something after school sometimes maybe? And I knew, and then the response she gave was like, "Oh, but I'm very busy. I'm always very busy after school." So it's like, "Oh, you
Okay.
know, you know, sometimes people can be subtle, but I knew at that point that it was over. It was so
Uh,
over." And then that's not even the worst part because I could put it behind me, right? Because um, you know, even in high school, I was of the opinion that like even like if something embarrassing, something like that happens, you can put it behind. You can put those things behind you.
uh-huh.
But being as it was, I also like during my fifth year of high school, like there was like this big party phase everyone was going through. Like there were parties
Yeah.
going here and there, and I didn't really like go to any of them because it wasn't really my thing. And then she did, and then word spread around that
You asked
that
her.
I yeah that I asked her out like from her, right? And I remember, and I was this one party that the school organized, and I did actually go to
Yeah.
because it was like this, just this tradition, whatever. And then I went to, and then because word went around, I heard it as well. And I remember like I wanted to go to the bathroom, and she was like standing there waiting for the bathroom as well. And then I just heard like people around me saying, like, "Yo, bro, that's so weird that I asked her out." Like, oh my god, yeah, that's so weird that I asked her out. I was like, shit, bro. And then like from like the fifth year to my final year, I got like, I mean, I didn't get reminded of it that much, but like from time to time, I did get ridiculed about it. Like, yo, bro, like what is like you asked her out? Like, when would you think you had a chance, bro?
Oh wow. Was that the type of like she's out of your league type of argument they were making?
Well, it wasn't really like that, but I did feel like it was like heading that direction. Like I remember like something that's like common here in Belgium, in like high school, and like the last year, you do like a big like a week long trip somewhere in another country, right? I
Oh,
think it was during
yeah.
yeah, I think it was during like my Italy trip. Like with school, we went to like
Oh.
Italy for like an entire week. We saw like majority of Italy, and I was just sitting like next to on the bus. Like I was sitting to this girl, and she was coincidentally a friend
Oh yeah.
of the other girl that I asked out. And everything was chill. I had my Nintendo with me. I was just playing Nintendo. I didn't even bother her. And then out of nowhere, she just asked me like, "Yo, like, did you really?" She just comes up to me and she's like, "Oh, did you really think she would have said yes?"
Oh
And
my
I was like,
god.
I don't know, bro. What am I supposed to say to that?
You
I
know, you
believe.
can always just actually no, maybe you shouldn't answer with meme responses because some people will just keep asking you for more meme responses. So yeah.
Yeah, but that was actually. But I think back about it, I can't think about. I think it's pretty funny, because I don't know why I was so nervous. I mean, I know why I was so nervous, but as you said, like we grow so much as people, and I'm just mostly just really mad at myself for just being so nervous at that moment.
I mean, yeah, I mean it makes so much sense though. Like I also got like super nervous and stuff when I was younger, and again, this is one of those things that just like um you just have to grow out of, right? Because that's the worst thing actually. If you're like, with all respect to people with these issues, right? Like if you're, or let's say if I was like 20, I'm 21 right now. Jesus. Let's say I had like 4 more years, right? I'm 25, and I still had like you see those videos like I'm 40 years old and have never had a girlfriend or something. If you're at that stage
Uh-huh.
and you're still that nervous, like with all respect, that's horrible. Like that
That's so horrible. That's
that
that's
yeah.
really just rough. That's it's just rough to
And
go
like I'm
like
not
that.
making fun of you, but I genuinely just feel for your struggles, and I'm really sad that you still have to go through these things, right? And
Yeah.
like
It's not even making fun of people, but it's just a kind of a thing that like the older you get and the longer you go without somebody, the harder it gets. Like as time goes on.
yes, that, but in combination with the fact that you, like, I don't want to ridicule you. You're gonna say like you're behind in life, but like you're missing something, and you yourself are probably making it worse than it even is, right? Like you probably like thinking that women are like a science or something, or like the chance of dating some girl as like a whole magic trick behind or something, right? And some guy is horning a lot because it's a carnival in Belgium, by the way. If the mic picks it up,
Oh,
I don't know if
right.
you heard that, but like,
I heard like a honk, but yeah,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, like it's carnival. People are doing crazy stuff on the streets right now. No, but like, I mean, that's something I'm happy about. That the fact that at least like, I remember when it actually was high school, like in university, like half, like 7, 8 months into the first year of university, I got a bit sad about it. I was like, damn, I had no high school love or something. Although, honestly, for the majority, it was better to not have one. Um, and
Do
so
you think you do you think you missed out on something if you like didn't have like a like if you never experienced like that something like that during high school?
I missed out on some girls that were kind of interested in me, I think, but I don't know how bad that is.
Yeah, okay, fair
I
enough.
know, for example, about one thing. One thing I always love about myself on that aspect is like my child version or like me during like middle school might be like the peak of me in like chatness or something, right? And I say
In,
that in
in,
the sense of like
huh?
when I was younger, like when I was a child, like 6 to like 10 or 11, right? I didn't really understand the concept of love. So a lot of people always thought I was in love with some girls or something, right? And I was like, what? What is that? Like, or, I mean, I understood what love was, right? But like, my brain couldn't really put something behind love, so, right? So I was always just, smiling, laughing, having fun with people, like the way I wanted to have it, right? And I never really got
Right.
choked up on that, or like, right? And that I don't know. I think that's awesome.
But
That's not.
you're talking about like 12-year-old, 10-year-old Kevin
No,
then.
no, no. Like 6 to 10, or 6 to like
Oh,
12. Because
okay.
like when around 12, puberty shit stuff happens. No, then no, no, no. But like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I think most people consider they're kind of the same because I remember I also had like just you just don't care at that age, right? Girl, boy, it doesn't really matter.
I okay, that could be because I know that some old middle school friends of mine they did have that. I remember that because actually that's the biggest like love Valentine's event that ever happened. Not even to me, but I just witnessed. Like my best bro asked out in middle school in like I switched middle schools once by the way, and so when I
Okay.
switched, I had this one best bro with him in middle school, like he asked out like one of my tightest female friends or girlfriends. I don't know. I
Right.
don't want to say girlfriends because I don't mean it in a romantic way, but I don't know the other way, so I usually say female friends, but it could be seen as derogatory. But
Yeah.
that's besides the
Yeah.
point. But like he asked out one of my best girlfriends from the previous middle school, and my bro, like one of my best friend,
Oh.
and then yeah they, and I remember we were talking on Skype back then. Like I was
Huh?
calling with him on Skype, and we were playing
On Skype.
Battlefield Heroes, I think, afterwards, or Bloons afterwards, right? And he was telling me like, "Yo, man, you don't understand how like beautiful it is to be in love, and I'm so happy I got a relationship with her because like it was Friday, right? So we asked her out on Friday, and we were playing games afterwards, right? On Friday, he was telling me like, "Yeah, man, you don't understand how beautiful love is," and like the way he quote unquote like seduced her or whatever, right? Was he just walked up,
Oh yeah.
he like waited in like the bike parking, with the place where you put your bikes in school, right?
Yeah.
And then he just put he waited for her to arrive on school with the bike stuff, right? And
Right.
then he like had a rose in his backpack, and he like unpacked and his mom got him the rose, by the way. That's hilarious, by the way.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so cute.
That's so hot. I love that mom. But that aside, like he like walked up to her with like the rose behind his back, and he's like, would you like to have a relationship with me? I don't know. I
Oh
don't know. Like
God.
I'm just gonna say like Nina. Let's say her name was Nina,
Yeah. Let's call Nina.
And
Yeah.
Nina just said, and I don't know, and she walked away.
Oh
And
no.
then but like after that, she came back like 10 or 15 minutes later. And she's like, yes, yes, I'll ask the rose.
Oh, okay.
She just wanted
Okay.
to ask her like girlfriends like what do I do about this? She was like she was so off guard, But that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
she broke up with him on Monday. And I was like, God damn.
Oh,
So yeah,
it
so the
didn't.
whole
It
weekend we
didn't.
were yeah.
Oh my God! It didn't even last a weekend. Oh no.
Dude,
No.
he like the whole weekend we were gaming and he's like he was telling me like yeah man I can't believe you're dating. I texted her good morning on Skype and I was like yo man this guy, and I thought to myself like wow, am
This
I gonna
man.
lose my homie to her? That's fine, I'm happy for him, but I'll miss him. And then on Monday he told me like yo bro it's over. I'm like what how is
Oh,
it over?
what was what was his decision leading to
No,
like what was the reasoning
she
behind it?
broke up. Well, she actually never wanted to accept it, but she felt somewhat
Oh.
pressured, and so she was like, "Yeah, I'll say yes for
Yeah.
now."
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
She just said yes to not be mean.
I
Okay.
guess yeah. And then also another thing that or that she said, like there were a lot of people, or like when I switched to second middle school, right, it was from 10 to 12, and during that phase,
Hmm?
like yeah, some people were really doing the dating thing, so that's real. One thing,
Yeah, I mean,
oh god,
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think like from 10 to 12, I mean 10 to 13, I was living in Hong Kong, and thinking back about it, I think there was this one girl who was actually actually kind of liked me, but I was just so oblivious to the fact that she liked me for some reason.
oh yeah,
Like, because it's actually kind of like thinking back about it, it's kind of I think it's kind of sad thinking back about it because I was like because I went to Hong Kong. I went to school in Hong Kong, and because my Chinese was like not up to par, so like somebody else from my age, I had to like step down a bit. So I was like around 10. Normally like when I was like 11, I should have been in like sixth grade, but because of like my my very bad Chinese, I had to go to like fourth grade.
Uh-huh.
Started fourth grade. And when I entered fifth grade, I met this girl. She was really mean. She was really mean to me. She would say like she would say very mean things to me. I don't exactly remember what, but I just remember it being very very mean. And then suddenly she just asked me like, "Yo, do you have like WeChat? You know, for people who don't know WeChat.
Yeah.
WeChat is like the Chinese equivalent of WhatsApp. And then it's like I was like, okay, well, sure. And then I don't know, one thing just kind of happened, and then I was living with my grandma at the time. So and then when I came home, I was like like she called me to like make homework together because like my English was very my English was pretty
Better,
good because because better than the rest because that was like one of my only ways of communicating, and her Chinese was really good, so we kind of helped each other kind of like that, right? And I remember one time having this conversation because like around my 13th birthday, I was like slowly I was gonna move back to Belgium. And I was like talking to her on the phone, we was like FaceTiming and stuff for WeChat.
Uh-huh.
And then, I was like saying like, yeah, I'm gonna move back. I'm so excited and stuff, to go back to where I, originally come from.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh yeah, that's so cool. And then she just kind of dropped the bomb, that's so cool. I kind of envy you because I've never been on vacation. I probably never will. Like, bro, that just kind of, broke my heart, bro. When
I
I
mean,
think back about it. Like,
that,
and then,
yeah.
yeah. And then I think last day on school, I think like she wasn't like she wasn't like like she wasn't in school because she was sick or something, and I had to hear from somebody else that she actually kind of liked me. And then I left to Hong Kong to never come, and then went back to Belgium, never to
Like
see her again.
you had a WhatsApp or WeChat, so what happened?
Yeah,
man?
but yeah, I lost it, bro.
You
I lost
lost
it.
you lost it, bro. Dude, that's a whole TikTok trend itself. You know that like the caption is done is like the 10 you fumbled.
Yeah, true. Although it was like I had like WeChat on my iPad at the time, and I don't have the iPad anymore because I remember like when I came back, I dropped it and it's broken and I lost everything on there.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
because I had like the OG games on there. I had like Flappy Bird, and that stuff.
Yeah.
But I lost it.
Oh, okay. Well, did you get any
Yeah.
Valentine's chocolates from her?
No.
Oh, unlucky. Unfortunate, man. But
I've never gotten anything.
the only chocolates I've ever gotten was from a dude. So
Hey man,
Is
any
that-
chocolate, any chocolates are chocolates. I mean,
Yeah,
I know you
cool.
don't like chocolates, so.
there are certain types of chocolates I'm like more okay with, like Snickers, for example.
Oh, Snickers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although honestly, if I eat too many Snickers, my teeth get messed up, bro. Like that honey sticks, it all sticks to my teeth, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate this, you know.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
So, but anywho, I want to thank everyone for listening to another episode of Free Umami. You know, we
Yeah.
offered you Umami for free, and we're very happy that people are still very interested and happy to listen to it. So, thank you all.
Definitely, and I think I think I can speak for both of us that we just all wish anyone who's gonna celebrate something on Valentine's Day just a good Valentine's Day. And even if you don't celebrate anything, just hang out with the homies, send each other some love.
Yeah, and in a very worst case, if if you're just listening to this in a dark room, I'll heart your comments. Trust. So take care,
Trust.
everyone. Take care, everyone.
Trust.
Have a happy
Right.
Valentine's Day.